Morning. So today's video, we're looking at the lambs. We're going to have a look back at what we've recorded throughout the course of the last week. We're pretty much all done now, so there's nothing left to lamb. We've only had one casualty, which is unfortunate, but Mom laid down on top of her and that was the end of that, unfortunately. But apart from that, we've been very, very lucky. Everything's gone well and all gone to plan. So we're all done. We've got some out in the field, grazing a bit of grass in that paddock. We're about to move them over, probably some point tomorrow afternoon, onto the next one, and then some of these will go out there tomorrow. Let's have a look. I'm about to dock a tail of one of the lambs. Now, not everybody does this apparently, but it is for the welfare and benefit, in our opinion, or in Sophie's opinion, of what we're doing. So basically the idea is you put this on and that docks the tail at the right length, and then it stops circulation, the end drops off and it stops dags. That's not like what you've seen on Snatch or anything like that.
Sure, I like dags.
It is basically all over the back end.
So put it like this, like that, you hold it. Keep going up, a little bit longer, there you go, and then like close it, and then pull it down.
And that's it, so pull us up.
And then you want to mark it up, number 6.
There we go.
You can hold the ewe while you do it.
What, just 6?
Yeah. Perfect. Right, you want to
another one ready to take out now. So these guys are on about a kilo a day of corn, which just helps with the milk production. So that's 2, 4, 6. So that's 7 ewes and 11 lambs, all nice healthy out on the field now. So at the minute we've just put them in here. They'll probably spend a few days in here because there's not a lot of grass on here, and then we've got effectively 3 paddocks here. So we'll rotate through the 3 paddocks, and then we've got a bit more grass over the way over there. So they'll just do a few days on here so we're not overgrazing it, and then we'll move them on. So we'll see what else is going on over there. So what time were you here this morning?
6. Yeah.
6. And what was wrong? So this one we were worried about, or you were worried about, weren't you?
Because it was like an elastic band. So basically, her cervix hasn't opened.
Yeah.
So like, I can only get 2 fingers in, so there's no way of getting a lamb out.
Yeah.
So what the vet did was he like worked it. Sounds disgusting, but like you have to try and like move it around. You've got to try and get obviously whole-handed because that's how much you've got to have to get the lamb. But you've got to start with like 2 fingers and then go to 3, and 4. But it's like really gradually. You have to like massage.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
she
this
did.
is
He managed to lamb her in the end, but I gave her calcium under the skin,
yeah.
which is meant to like loosen them up. So that's meant to like make it go a bit bigger.
Because the worry at that point is you were worried, weren't you? We'd have to have a C-section.
Because there wasn't enough gap to get them out, basically.
So then the vet come out, and then the vet was happy. The vet did his.
He was massaging.
Yeah.
And then he managed to get it. But then in the end, didn't he? The cervix basically came over the lamb's head, and he ended up ripping her a bit. But just don't say that bit. But that's what can happen because of the ring wound. It's so tight.
Yeah.
He only managed to get it about that big in the end, just to get the lamb's head through. But obviously it was like that big when I tried.
Yeah.
So the calcium must have worked, got into a system and loosened it up a bit.
Yeah.
And with the massaging, it should help. But you don't breathe off. Yeah.
You know, if the vet's here and you can't quite get it right.
And sometimes they won't loosen up.
No.
We're very lucky that she did. Otherwise it would have been a cesarean. But like, by the time he came, it was another hour later then. So that's why she loses.
The calcium had worked a bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And everything's still healthy.
They're good. He's got a bit of a bandy leg, hasn't he?
He come backwards, didn't he?
Yeah. But that'll come right.
Yeah.
So when they're first born, we spray their navels, and then what we do, or what I'm going to do now, is just respray them again to stop any further infection. So what Sophie's doing now, she's got some lime in that tub and she's just sprinkling it on the bed on that individual pen. That's the one we've just took the lambs from and put them in the field. And what she's doing, she spreads the lime low as possible to stop any dust blowing around, but it just disinfects the pen ready for when we put the next mum in, or the next ewe in. So like I say, that's 11 lambs out on the field now. We've got another 17 in here. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe another 8 or 10 that should be good to go out on the field tomorrow. And looks like we've got 2 ready to go. So hopefully a bit later on we might be able to get a bit of footage on 2 actually lambing, because at the moment we haven't got any. So what we'll do, we'll shoot off and we'll pop back a bit later on and see if we can get a bit of the footage of them lambing. So that's it for today's episode. We're going to come back to you on Tuesday next, where Fowler and Gilbert are doing a piece on Shrewsbury College. They've got some students coming across, and we're going to spend an afternoon basically showing them around the place, explaining a bit about what we do, who we are, and they're going to do a weld test while they're there. So should be quite exciting. So we'll show you some of that on Tuesday night. But if you do like what you've seen, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll catch up with you next time. Cheers.